I'm Fletcher Roden, and this is Tracking the Lone Wolf, based on my new book, Tracking the Lone Wolf, the Sigma at Work, at Home, and at Play. Today on Tracking the Lone Wolf, the Godfather Equation. Tracking the Lone Wolf is a twice-monthly show with a lot of fascinating information that's vital to just about everyone. So I suggest you like this video and subscribe to this video channel. The book is available in paperback and for Kindle and in audiobook format from Audible or other platforms. I am a public speaker, and you can learn more about that at the new website, trackingthelonewolf.com. Well, The Godfather is, of course, a beloved book and film trilogy. Mostly the first two films are beloved, but there is a third. The story is the chronicle of an immigrant family that rises to power, led by Vito Corleone and his memorable troupe of sons, including adopted consigliere Tom Hagen. Now, this story gives us a great opportunity to analyze the personality types that we look at in the book, Tracking the Lone Wolf, the Sigma at Work, at Home, and at Play. So let's do that and see where the Alpha, the Beta, and the Sigma and other types are found amongst the Corleone men. Now, I'm going to use the men only for this analysis because in the world of this story, women are not as important. There are no alpha women in the world of The Godfather. It's not my world. Of course, the principal character is Vito Corleone. He comes to America from Italy, an orphan child, and finds his way to become the head of the Corleone crime family. This is an alpha male. There's little doubt. He's a natural leader. He's not so much concerned with a better society or the greater good. He's concerned with himself, his family, to whom he is fiercely loyal, to those around him, to whom he is loyal and protective. He is given to physicality, as the alpha is. He does not like to be questioned. He is a social animal. He needs followers in order to be a leader. He is the patriarch of his family as well as the head of his business and in social circles as well. In all the three theaters of life, the professional, the familial, and the social, Vito Corleone is an alpha male. He is old-fashioned. He is stubborn. He's implacable. In fact, it is his old-fashioned stubbornness and implacability which leads to his downfall. However, he is also ideological, as the alpha male tends to be. He is a fighter, but he is insecure because the alpha male always knows their time is limited. Let's go to Sonny Corleone. Sonny is, his formal name is Santino Corleone. He's known as Sonny. And he is the eldest son. So he is poised to be an alpha. He is entitled by right of birth. He behaves in that manner. He has the arrogance of the alpha. He has the power of leadership. People will follow him. However, he fails as a leader. He lacks the cunning. He lacks the shrewdness. He lacks the foresight that his father has. The alpha has intelligence. But Sonny exhibits a lack of intelligence. For Sonny, it's all about emotion and not reason. He's not a beta because that's not the kind of person he is. He is self-aggrandizing and he is prone to action. I would call Sonny a delta, a failed alpha. The delta is the failed alpha. And that is Sonny. And it's his lack of wisdom and intelligence and leadership skills which lead to his downfall. Then there's Tom Hagen. Tom Hagen, I would say, is a beta. And remember that a beta is not a lesser male. The beta is a stronger male with humility and who lacks the ambition and the drive to lead, but is still focused, hardworking, diligent, intelligent, and has a lot of the strengths that the alpha does not have. Hagen is a beta. He keeps his head down. He seeks for no personal glory. He wants only to, he seeks the greater good. He does this diligently, and he does it well. He's intelligent, he's focused, he's driven, but he is not driven to lead. There is an exception to this, but it's outside of the Godfather 2 canon, so I'm not going to go into it. Let's talk about Fredo. Alfredo Corleone, known as Fredo. This character, one might say, is a beta, because he's certainly not an alpha. But he's not a beta, because he lacks the beta's drive and the beta's intelligence and the beta's goodwill and the beta's concern with the greater good. Fredo's concerned with his own good. Fredo is, he is a delta. There's no doubt about it. He's a would-be alpha, as he tells Michael. He was passed over, an elder brother who was passed over, shunted to the side. He lacks intelligence. Nobody would follow Fredo. He's a would-be leader whom nobody would follow. So Fredo is a delta. This, by the way, leads to his destruction. The fact that Hagen is a beta leads to his survival. That brings us to Michael Corleone, perhaps the most famous of the Corleone family. This is the Sigma of the Corleones. He goes his own way. He is independent of the pack. He begins the story. He says to Kay, "That's my family, that's not me." Then later he wants to change the direction of the Corleone family to make it legitimate. So he's a leader, not a manager. He leads only when he has to. He does not want to be a leader, but when he is called upon to do so when he must to save his family, then he does. He is intelligent. He is observant. He's perceptive. He has a sense of judgment. Michael is a Sigma. The interesting thing about Michael is that as he develops, he becomes the alpha. He starts the story at Godfather 1 as a Sigma. He is not concerned with the judgment of others. He does not crave leadership in this way. He's more comfortable isolated with his mate. But when called upon to lead, he does. Leadership and power change him. And he assumes the role of alpha male for his family, and that corrupts him. And he becomes vulnerable to the weaknesses of the alpha male, which are tradition, stubbornness, implacability. It leads to his murder of his own brother because of tradition, because of pride, because of his insecurity, which are alpha traits. These are not Sigma traits. The tragedy of Michael Corleone is that he goes from being a Sigma to being an alpha, and that is what causes his ultimate downfall. So there is our analysis of the men of The Godfather. If you have not seen the film The Godfather, Part 1 and Part 2, then you should definitely see those films. I admonish you and encourage you to go see them immediately. Then come back and watch this video again, see if I'm not right. Tune in again to another episode of Tracking the Lone Wolf. It's based on my book, Tracking the Lone Wolf, the Sigma at work, at home, and at play. That's available in paperback and for Kindle and in audiobook format. Visit the website, trackingthelonewolf.com for more information. I'm Fletcher Roden, and this has been Tracking the Lone Wolf. We'll see you again.